everyone, welcome to English with Miss Tia. In this video, we are going to learn present perfect tense. To make it clearer, now let us see the following dialogue.
Hi Jack. I haven't seen you for ages. Where have you been?
Hi Cherry. I have just visited my grandma in my hometown.
You have visited your grandma before, haven't you?
Yes, I visited her 3 times this year. She was sick 2 weeks ago, so we visited her again.
How is your grandma now?
She is better. She is in my house now.
Really? How long has she been here?
She has been here for 3 days. Actually, she has missed her children and grandchildren. That's why she was sick.
Oh, sickness because of missing people she loves. I guess she will be well soon. Send my warm regard to your grandmother.
I think so. Okay, I will send it to her. Thanks, Cherry.
You're welcome.
In the previous dialogue, we can see some examples of sentences using present perfect tense. Dalam dialog tadi, ada beberapa kalimat yang menggunakan pola kalimat present perfect. First, the girl said, I haven't seen you for ages. Where have you been? And the boy answered, I have just visited my grandma in my hometown. You've visited your grandma before, haven't you? And the boy answered, yes, I have visited her 3 times this year. And then the last example, the girl said, how long has she been here? And the boy answered, she has been here for 3 days. Actually, she has missed her children and grandchildren. Dari semua contoh kalimat yang ada di dalam dialog tersebut, sebenarnya mereka semua menggunakan pola kalimat present perfect tense. Now we will see the pattern of positive sentences in present perfect tense. I have just visited my grandma in my hometown. You've visited your grandma before. I have visited her 3 times this year. She has been here for 3 days. She has missed her children and grandchildren. Do you see the similarities in the 5 sentences? Apa persamaan dari kelima kalimat di atas? They all start with subject, followed by have or has, followed by verb 3 or past participle. There are also some object and some other adverbs. When the subject is he or she or it, we use has followed by verb 3. But if the subject is they or we or I or you, we use have followed by verb 3. Ingat ya, ketika subjek yang dipakai berbeda, maka penggunaan have dan has akan berbeda. Next, we will see the contractions form of positive sentences. Ada bentuk singkat dari kalimat positif dalam present perfect. I have means I've. For example, I've visited my grandma. You have become you've. You've done your test. They have become they've. We have become we've. He has become his. She has become she's. For example, she's been here for 3 days. It has become its. Now we can see the negative sentences of present perfect tense. The pattern of negative sentence is easily used or easily made. For example, I have seen you. Aku sudah melihatmu. To make the negative sentence, we just put the word not between have or has and verb 3. Cukup meletakkan kata not di antara have atau has dan verb 3-nya. So the sentence become, I have not or I haven't seen you. You have finished. The negative sentence is, you have not finished or you haven't finished. She has bought 3 pens. The negative sentence is, She has not or hasn't bought 3 pens. So the pattern of negative sentence is subject followed by have not or has not followed by verb 3. For the subject they, we, I, you use have not or haven't. Haven't merupakan bentuk singkat dari have not, followed by verb 3. And if the subject is he or she or it, we use has not or hasn't, followed by verb 3. The pattern of yes-no questions in present perfect. If you want to make the question, it is simply by exchanging the position of subject and have or has. Cukup menukar posisi subject dengan have atau has-nya. You have finished. The question becomes, have you finished? Has she had breakfast? Have they arrived at school? So we can start with have or has, followed by subject, followed by past participle or verb 3, followed by question mark. Now we will see how to answer yes-no questions in present perfect. If someone asks you, have you finished your homework? You can say, yes, I have. Or, no, I haven't. Has she had breakfast? So you can say, yes, she has. Or, no, she hasn't. Have they arrived at school? You can say, yes, they have. Or, no, they haven't. What about WH questions? Where have you been? How long has she been here? What languages have they learned so far? So from the 3 examples, we can see the same pattern to make WH question. We start with question word, followed by have or has, followed by subject, followed by past participle or verb 3. Don't forget the question mark. Now we will learn the use of present perfect tense. Kapan kita menggunakan present perfect tense? First, it is to talk about a completed past action at an unspecified time in the past. Perhaps we don't remember when the action happened. Maybe we don't know when the action happened, or we just don't care when the action happened. Present perfect dipakai untuk menyatakan kegiatan yang telah atau sudah terjadi di masa lampau pada waktu yang tidak disebutkan secara spesifik. Mungkin kita tidak ingat kapan waktu persisnya, mungkin kita tidak tahu kapan waktunya, atau mungkin kita tidak peduli kapan waktu persisnya. For example, you can say, I've already eaten breakfast. Aku sudah sarapan. She's seen that movie before. Dia sudah nonton film itu. Do you know when did it happen? Dari kedua contoh kalimat ini tidak disebutkan secara spesifik kapan kejadian tersebut terjadi. Yang jelas, kita hanya ingin mengatakan bahwa sudah terlaksana atau sudah terjadi. So, kita menggunakan present perfect. Second, present perfect tense is used to talk about an action that was completed in the very recent past, expressed by just. Present perfect dipakai untuk menyatakan kegiatan yang baru saja selesai, ditandai dengan adanya kata just. For example, I have just finished my work. Second, she has just met the principal. They have just turned off the lamps. Third, present perfect is used to talk about an action or situation that started in the past and continues in the present. Untuk menyatakan kegiatan atau situasi yang dimulai di masa lalu dan masih berlanjut hingga saat ini. For example, I have lived in Tangerang since 1984, and I still do, of course. She has joined English lesson for 2 years. And the fourth, present perfect is used to talk about a repeated action in unspecified period between the past and now, untuk menyatakan kegiatan yang berulang pada waktu tertentu antara masa lampau sampai saat ini. For example, we have visited Yogyakarta several times. Kami sudah berkunjung ke Jogja beberapa kali. She has watched a concert for 3 times. Dia sudah pernah menonton konser 3 kali. There are some important notes about present perfect tense. We can use the word ever, never, already, yet, since, for, and just. Ever or never. First, we learn about ever. Dalam bahasa Indonesia berarti pernah. Ever is used in questions, digunakan dalam kalimat tanya. For example, have you ever met a famous person? Pernahkah kamu bertemu dengan seorang yang terkenal? Ever is also used in positive sentences with nothing or nobody, for things that haven't happened before. Ever juga digunakan dalam kalimat positif dengan menggunakan nothing or nobody yang artinya tak seorang pun untuk hal-hal yang belum pernah terjadi. For example, nobody has ever traveled through time. Ever is also used with the first time for the first experience. Ever juga digunakan untuk kalimat positif untuk mengungkapkan pengalaman yang pertama kali. For example, this is the first time I've ever eaten snake soup. This is the best soup I've ever eaten. Ini adalah sup terenak yang pernah aku makan. Second, we learn about never. Artinya tidak pernah. Never is used in positive sentences to talk about things that haven't happened. Digunakan dalam kalimat positif untuk menyatakan hal-hal yang belum pernah terjadi. For example, I have never met a famous person. Now we learn already or yet. The word already in bahasa means sudah atau telah. Already usually goes after have or has and before the main verb. Setelah have atau has, sebelum verb 3. It is usually used for positive sentences. Biasa dipakai untuk kalimat positif. For example, we've already had our breakfast. I've already done my homework. Do you want a cup of coffee? No, thanks. I've already had one. Next, the word yet. Yet is usually put at the end of a sentence. Biasa diletakkan di akhir kalimat. It is usually used for questions and negative sentences. Biasa dipakai untuk kalimat tanya dan kalimat negatif. For example, have you done your homework yet? Not yet. Atau bisa juga menjawab kalimat lengkap dengan mengatakan, I haven't done my homework yet. Next, we learn since and for. Since and for is used to talk about something that began in the past and continues to now. Since is followed by point in time to show when something started. Kata since diikuti dengan satu titik di masa lampau untuk menunjukkan kapan sesuatu itu dimulai. For example, you can say since 5 o'clock, since Monday, since 2001, etc. For example, I've joined English course since last year. He's lived in Bogor since March. Since can also introduce a time clause. Bisa juga diikuti klausa yang menandakan waktu. For example, I've lived in Lake Worth since I moved to Florida. For is followed by length of time to show how long a present condition has lasted. Diikuti dengan durasi waktu untuk mengungkapkan berapa lama keadaan tersebut telah berlangsung. For example, for 10 minutes, for 2 weeks, 4 years, for a long time. For example, I've joined English course for 1 year. He's lived in Bogor for 9 months. For your own practice, you can open some links here to learn present perfect. Ada 3 link berikut yang bisa kalian pakai untuk latihan mandiri dalam belajar present perfect tense. This is the end of the video. If you have any questions, please write in the comment. Thank you and see you on the next video.